Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. This one here, I'm going to tell about and show a video of what happens when you enter prison and you have 30 days to bring your paperwork to show that you're not he cipher truth, which means hot, means you're not a snitch, means you're not a rat. You enter any compound, you go into the federal prison. We don't want you going to the federal prison. That's why we're doing this video. This is what happens. All right. All right, you know what it is, y'all. When you enter any compound, when you get into the feds, right, for the young gang bangers and gang mistresses or whatever is going on out there, right, scammers, all that, you enter the prison and you must show your paperwork. If you don't have your paperwork, you have 30 days to produce your paperwork. We're going to go right into this video, and this is what happened. This young man's time came up. His 30 days was up. They stepped to him. They want him to see his paperwork. And you're going to hear him even saying that he ain't tell on nobody but his cousin, and his cousin forgave him. Can someone put it in the comments, right? Put it in the comments. Could someone forgive you for telling on them, and that means you're no longer a rat? Put that in the comments. I'm talking about compound. See, I'm already in my institutional frame of mind. All right, so let's go. Let's play this video real quick. All right.
What's y'all got going on, man? You know what's up, nigga? What's up, my nigga? You know what's up, nigga? You got that work? What that work at, man? We got 30 days. 30 days? Yeah, paperwork. What, for my case? Yeah. And I'm right. Listen, the case 33 days. Bro, they said, I told you what the fuck it was. Bro, I talked to my lawyer. He said he gonna send it. When? On Saturday. He don't have 30 days on Saturday. No, he said he gonna send it Saturday, bro. Oh, no. Bro, I asked him. Listen, the only person I told on was my cousin, bro. Cut that shit up. What's the motherfucking third? No, my cousin. Both Saturdays. What you mean I gotta go? Yeah, boy, I gotta hit that corner pocket. Can I get the Bible my mama sent me? Man, hell no, you can't get that. Like that shit up. My mama said the Bible. Pocket 9. Go up quiet. He said the Bible. Go up quiet. You got a knife? Go up quiet. Don't do that. Don't do that. My cousin know I told him. He knows. He forgave me. You and your cousin, nigga. All right, man. Y'all boys on.
So that's what happened in the penitentiary if you don't have your paperwork within 30 days. Now, these young men, that's what we call checking in, right? He's checking them in. Checking in someone is when you push up on them and you tell them you're not allowed to stay on the compound. So that's what happened. You see, they was waiting in this young man's cell. You know it's the cell because you see the blue chair right there. They was waiting in the cell for him to come in. Soon as he came in, they was checking him in. That's what that's called. That's letting them know that you're going to the shoe. You're getting off the compound because we don't allow or harbor any rats on the compound. That's how serious this is played out. Now I'm going to play this again.
Shit, what's up with the homies though, man? What y'all got going on, man? You know what's up, nigga? What's up, my nigga? You know what's up, nigga? You got that work? Where that work at, man?
See, that work. I mean, where that paperwork at? Where that work at? You done had 30 days to bring your paperwork. You didn't bring your paperwork. Let me know what time it is.
30 days. 30 days. Yeah, paperwork.
Right there is where he just whipped the knife out. You know what I mean? What they call a banking pound called the Bethlehem. You know, but we also call it a guard you now, which stands for gun.
What, for my case? Yeah. And I'm right, nigga. Listen, the case 33 days. Bro, they said, I told you what the fuck it was. Bro, I talked to my lawyer. He said he gonna send it. When? On Saturday.
See, now this is what you call stalling for time. He's saying, I talked to my lawyer, he gonna send it Saturday, so give me until Wednesday when the mail get here, so I got a few more days to breathe and spin you and tell lies until I get comfortable enough to either get a knife or get hard and say I'm not going nowhere. If I go, you all go. So y'all might as well push that knife because I'm willing to push mine, and that's the way that's gonna go. Are y'all willing to go through living like this? This is what it's like in the penitentiary. Are you willing to live life like this? That's all I want to know. Put that in the comments. Would you give up how you're living life now to go in the penitentiary where you done went and told on your cousin, and you're saying your cousin forgave you. So now, you want to stay on the compound amongst men that wouldn't tell on their own brother. They wouldn't tell on their worst enemy. And you're saying, yeah, I told on my cousin, but he forgave me. This is how you want to enter your life? Put it in the comments. If y'all got a show y'all want me to do, or somebody want to come up here and tell about an experience, you know what I mean? I got the Sora code. Good looking on the Sora code. Subscribe to Unique Mecca Audio Real Boss TV. You already know. Hit the like button. And you also know we like to ride. You know what I mean? But here's the phone number. All right. Now, so that's where he went with that, right? They're checking him in. So now you know what checking means. So if you just come out of prison or whatever, let me know if you want to come share your experience. All right?
You know, 30 days on Saturday. No, he said he's going to send it Saturday, bro. Oh, no. Bro, I accidentally listen, the only person I told on was my cousin, bro. That shit up. What's the motherfucking third? No, my cousin. Both Saturdays. What you mean I got to go? Yeah, the boy got hit in the corner pocket. Can I get the Bible my mama sent me?
Yeah, he said, man, can I get my mama sent it? Yo, can I get my mama sent it? Somebody let me know, man. Would you give him time to let him get his mama to send it, or would you just tell him that he got to go? Put it in the comments. Let me know what time it is.
And hell no, you can't get nothing. Back that shit up. My mama said about it. My mama said about it. Go to pocket 9. He said the Bible. Go up quiet. You got a knife? Go up quiet. Don't do that. Don't do that. My cousin know I told him. He knows. He forgave me. You ain't your cousin, nigga. All right, man. Y'all.
All right, see how they open the door to push him out, right? Right there is where he was supposed to whip out his banger and just get to swinging, so that when he get to the next compound, he could say, man, they tried to check me in and say I was hot, but I wasn't going for it. Now, when he get to the next compound, it depends on the heart of the caliber of men that's there, if they're going to be willing to go up against a man that's sitting there telling them, and it's in the paperwork and the word done traveled, that they tried to check him in, but he wound up having to put that joint into them. What do you think they'll do on the next compound when he get on the next compound? When they find out that, he pushed that joint, in order to not go. Put it in the comments. Or what do you think they'll do when he get to the next compound, when they find out that he didn't push that joint and that he just willingly walked up? How do you think his bid would be? Now, I'm going to tell you how his bid is going to be. When he get to the next compound, right, and he goes and they try and put him on a compound, they're going to say, nah, dude, you got to go up top. Or he's going to tell them before he even get out of R&D, that's receiving and discharging, he's going to tell them straight up, look, I can't go on the compound. I told on some people, there's people out there that know, and they're going to kill me. So I'm refusing to go on the compound. And then they'll give him some paper to sign, and then he could sign himself into what they call PC, right? So now he could sign himself into PC, but that means that he got to stay back there until they transfer him. And the way that works is the SIS, which is the Special Investigation Service, they got to come talk to him first and, ask him, why you checking in? Who is it that's out there on the compound? And he got to be what they call debriefed on all of that. Once he tells them all that, then they go back, they put their paperwork together, they do the investigation, they go out and talk to those dudes and say there's a guy out there, say that he can't come out here because y'all are out here, or y'all stopping him from coming out here. And they'll say, nah, we ain't stopping him from coming out. He could come out. Then they're going to ask them, well, if he come out, is anything going to happen to him? Say, man, I don't know what no other inmate going to do, but you know how the compound feel about rats, but I don't have a problem with him. You can let him out, because you never stop a man from coming out. You always give him a chance to defend himself, you know what I mean? Regardless, especially if it's a rat, because you want to punish him yourself anyway, so you don't stop him from coming. Let's ride. That's why I don't like the situations where, they try and get their ops locked up. Why would you want your op locked up? You want your op on the street so you can see him yourself and give him what they call street justice. Am I right or wrong? Put it in the comments. Not promoting violence, but letting you know how I move on the street. But now, As far as a regular person, they got an op, you know what I mean? They just, go on the other side of the street, see them coming, don't say nothing to them or whatever, and they could live over there and I could live over here. And that's how the regular people do it. But when you get into that underbelly and you see your ops, ain't no walking down the same street as the ops. So that's why I don't go on the streets. I was going to say compound again. Don't go on the streets and go create no ops talking about you joining no gangs or you're fighting for this project or that project, because whoever your guardian is you're living with, they're the ones paying rent and they don't even own it. And they're not even going to fight for it. They're just going to fight for their space that they're living in to raise you. And that's it. But now when you go to a compound, like I said, they don't play no games, man. So don't go out there thinking you faking. When you go to a compound, you got 30 days to produce that paperwork. 30 days. And for 30 days, they're going to treat you as a stand-up man. But when that 30 days come, and they find out you're not a stand-up man and they've been treating you like a man, then they know you're gonna punish them. Do we understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I ain't gonna make this too long. I wanted to get to the point, show you what it's like when you go to prison and you got 30 days to show your paperwork. And this young man, I can't believe he actually said, I only told on my cousin, but my cousin forgave me. I wanna know how y'all viewing this would take that. Put it in the comments. If someone told you, I only told on my cousin, he forgave me, so I'm no longer a rat bastard. Somebody tell me, put it in the comments. Remember to subscribe to Unique Mecca Audio and Real Boss TTTV. If you want to see more of these prison stories, go to Unique Mecca Audio Prison Story. I got a whole channel for it. That's why I try and mix it up. Let's keep it moving. All right.
Cheers, cheers, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. Fresh out the can of 26, heat back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio.